Morning, another day, another ukulele. This one is the Martin, dun, dun, dun. You can see the headstock, and this is the ONX Bamboo. Now, a few things, let's just go through the ukulele itself first of all, and basically explain exactly what that means. First of all, this has been out a while now actually, so it's taken its time to get to me, and I've taken my time to get to it, I suppose. Let's be fair about things. First of all, the outside of the body has a bamboo effect. Okay, it's transfer. It's not actually, this body is not made out of bamboo itself. It's actually made out of, if you can see on the binding here, the black part, that is actually what the body's made out of, that black composite. It's actually high pressure laminate, HPL I believe they refer to it as, and basically that means for you and I and those of us that remember those old days, Formica essentially is what it's made from, the body. Again, let's not send it to the dungeons because of it at the moment. It's moving on, as we've looked at with the lava ukulele and so on. Just because it's not made of traditional materials doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. And also we've got to look at sustainability as well. But the standard sort of size ukulele, soprano, this obviously. This one is in like a pea green sort of avocado-y colour, so like the greeny bamboo that you see, which is fine, it's alright, there's nothing wrong with it. It uses the friction machine heads, as you would see on the sort of mahogany soprano S1s and the SOs, etc. And the fretboard is rosewood, and again, similarly, if you look at the edge of that, you'll see that the neck itself is also laminate. So that's actually laminated pieces of wood, and they're again pressured together. Now, first and foremost, as we know with the lava ukulele, that when they're made out of this type of material, they tend to sort of work a little bit better in the outside environments or environments that change in temperature and atmosphere, etc. So the neck on these ukuleles are really good for that, because obviously because they're made of many pieces of different wood squashed together and glued together, means that it's not a single piece of wood that might actually sort of move along with the grain or twist and bend and warp, etc. with different temperatures. The bridge is standard rosewood, bone nut and bone saddle, and again, as I said, with the high pressure laminate body, gives you that sort of sturdiness. It feels really sturdy. It's a really nice little ukulele actually to touch and feel. And also the other thing as well is that although it is this laminate style type affair, the sound of it is really good. It's got good sustain for a soprano, and a good bright sound. It obviously comes with a gig bag, with the usual Martin Gray gig bag, which is good quality gig bag. Price wise, I suppose this is where it gets a little bit iffy. Again, a lot of people would say the price of these is a little bit too expensive for what they actually are. Again, it's Martin, so you're paying a little bit for the name obviously, but the build quality is really good, the finish is really good, the frets are finished really well. And the sound is really good. So for a soprano ukulele, it's actually a good one. The intonation and the tuning, those friction machine heads work really well as always, and the actual intonation's on and perfect. So when you're playing sort of high up stuff, if you're playing you don't have to worry about tuning, obviously, in issues. Action, standard, nylon strung, obviously, and basically all round pretty good. Price wise, again, I mean, they vary depending on where you get them from, but I believe they are between sort of 329, 349, so it's quite, it is still quite expensive for an ukulele, but it is good enough to gig. It's good, you know, it's a brilliant ukulele to learn on, but it's also, you know, robust, and it should last a lifetime, to be honest with you, unless you sort of do a Pete Townsend and start smashing it against Marshall amplifiers. But ultimately, really good. There's not going to be an awful lot for me to say about this, really. You know, ultimately, I actually like it. I think it's a really nice little ukulele. I like the composite. I like the way that people are actually sort of thinking about sustainability. They're thinking about the way that, you know, instruments, especially mass-produced instruments, are, you know, sort of going down the route of looking at different materials so that, you know, we don't kill the planet. The colour-wise, I don't mind it. It comes in different colours. It comes in a natural finish, which is natural bamboo look-alike finish. It also comes in blue, which actually looks quite nice, translucent, so you can still see the grain of the bamboo transfer through, and red, similar to the blue. So, you know, it's basically, you know, you've got options of colours as well, which is a first for Martin in that sense. I don't know how long they're going to make them, if they're still available, to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't even really looked at that, but I'm pretty much sure they are, and you can always sort of get these sort of second hand. And again, if you buy them second hand off of the internet, one of the things you can be assured of, as long as there's no obvious damage, you know, that you can see from the photographs, and if the description's accurate, you're going to get a pretty good ukulele through the post. One thing to mention that some people, I believe, have spoken about with these is that people have mentioned that the bridge looks like it's tilting on the body. That's normal, okay, don't worry about that. This is a soundboard, okay, and that is fixed to the soundboard, and it's glued and pinned on these particular ukuleles, same as the old traditional Martin SOs and stuff. But basically, that's not a bad thing. It's not going to get worse, basically. But also the other thing as well is that you know, doesn't affect the intonation. Inside the ukulele, it's got wooden braces as well. So you've got the wooden internal sort of braces. Now that may help the sustain, may help the tone a little bit. I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. But ultimately, just from someone who plays these things, I actually feel quite comfortable playing it. Just to give you a little bit of a, you know, a sound bite to this, you know, if you've got strumming wise, it's quite loud as well. Not too bad, tone's all right. And again, if you play, just which I do most of the time, finger picky style, the same style of chord progression. Quite bright. Overall, nice ukulele, comes with a gig bag, solid, will last forever, and again, sustainable. Good thing. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you feel the need. Thank you.